Believe it or not, we are in Seoul. We are in Seoul, and these slums are on the edge of the city. On top of that, they are in one of the most beautiful districts. Where are the cars? Where are all the models? Where are the plastic surgery clinics? How? How can this be possible? There in the distance behind my back is elite real estate, and around me mountains of garbage. Welcome to the slums and the village the locals call Guryong.
This is a standard village toilet with a hole in the floor.
Of course you won't see this place in any travel brochures. Our group was made up of local bloggers Nikolai and Dassel.
By the way, they use liquefied gas here. And because of that, there was just a massive fire in the summer of last year and 60 houses burned down.
There are abandoned shacks hand-built with plywood, metal, and plastic. I'm scared that someone will jump out at me out of nowhere. Or maybe some kind of angry dog.
This here is one of those houses. It just had a single room, and here on the right is the kitchen and the communal toilet.
Listen, there are still things here. There are still dishes here. Dishes waiting to be washed, and shoes. It's as if we walked into a town after a major disaster.
We can open this. I don't know how, but we could try and open this door.
I don't think we should. It could collapse at any moment, and then that is it. And if you look in some of the post boxes, you'll still find letters.
Here.
Look at this. I can't believe that there are still letters being sent here.
I'm also surprised. Seems that all of the houses built here were built illegally, but it also seems they have addresses? 114,000, but what for?
For electricity.
For electricity.
114,000.
Yeah, these shacks are so small, but they pay so much.
Do these people also pay for electricity?
Yeah, there's a meter here.
There is, indeed.
These people don't have any heating, and there's no water or light either.
So, even if you live in these slums, you have to pay, as if you live in one of the elite neighborhoods.
Just look at that. Look at that. It's like we're in a different Seoul.
Yes!
Side of the city they won't show on TV.
There is laundry drying on the clothesline. There are rusty satellites on the roofs and fire extinguishers. So does anyone live here or not? Mommy! Oh my god, we got away from there quickly.
I wasn't expecting there to be a dog.
She's hidden away so well. Look at her teeth sticking out. Scary.
Oh no, that's a big dog.
Okay, good boy.
Let's go here. Everything is so overgrown here that I don't even know where the road leads.
Yeah, it's crazy how nature's taken over. How do you like Seoul? The slum started popping up at the end of the 80s. In the build-up to the Summer Olympics, people were moved here because their houses had to be demolished, and they also moved the poor here to not bother the visitors. The organizers wanted the city to be as pristine as possible for the tourists. Resettlement of those in the slums only began in 2015. They wanted to build residential complexes and shopping centers. Those affected were entitled to daily compensation from the state. But the thing about Seoul is if you don't build wealth, you can't buy anything. Maybe you can in the wilderness, but there's no guarantee. So what does it say here? 2527? What's that?
That is either a house number or the amount of people who refuse to be evicted from this place, but if we look at the date, this was done in 2017, so it might not be relevant anymore.
The exact number of residents is unknown, but in 2005, there were about 4,000 people living here, and now there are 600 residents. They refused to be evicted.
Yeah, because
Why?
There were grandmothers and grandfathers who believed that this was the center of the city and that they should be given some of the apartments being built for nothing.
On average, a square meter of real estate in the central parts of Seoul go for $9,000, and this figure keeps growing. There just isn't much space to build anymore. Here in the slums, old people who do not want to move and those who do not have money come together.
Excuse me, madam. Do you mind if I talk to you?
I do. You can't. Go away.
Okay, we're leaving.
We came across a local beauty salon unexpectedly.
Look at that. They even have their own beauty salon here.
Oh, look. Who was the last to get their nails done? Oh,
Is there someone?
hello. Hi.
Oh.
Look. Someone's getting their hair
open.
done. It is open, and the owner is busy with the client, so we ask how much the service costs.
I only do haircuts here and also hair dyeing. For those I know, I don't charge much for my work.
And this is a local supermarket in the house.
In here, as you see, they sell cool drinks and soju and beer. And here, there's canned food. They only take cash. And some snacks, ramen.
Yeah, look at all that. And you can have a nap over here. I guess the owner lives in here.
That's right, he does.
Here's the
It's his
wardrobe.
house. He's watching TV there.
Yes.
A Korean show.
It reminds me of that movie, Parasite, that was directed by Bong Joon-ho. The one about social inequality. Glitter and luxury are contrasted with poverty. It's not just a movie. Some people who managed to set up a business in the village of Guryong are the owners of this cafe, and there's a surprising amount of people. What are they doing here? In a place like this, at a time like this? As it turns out, they all love hiking and they have a tradition that Dazzle filled me in on. Once they get back from their hike, they have to have a snack here. According to the reviews, the food is alright and more importantly, cheap.
This cafe will probably be open for around another year, but there are also reconstruction plans for this area as well, and the whole village will be torn down.
But it's not set in stone. My heart's bleeding. How can people live in conditions like this? I really hope that something good happens for them soon. That they get resettled into houses that are normal.
In my life, I have been to cities all around the country, but I've never seen settlements like this one. Can you believe that we are in the center of Seoul and there are settlements like this? Like, to me, it's still a shock.
Look at this. The three of us have just left the village. They're building here, and over here you have a rural village. And you look to your left, and there are these buildings. Like two different worlds.